So Motorola's most premium 2024 flagship so far, the Edge 50 Ultra, has just hit the UK for 850 British punds. You've got a choice of standout designs, gorgeous massive POLED display, stereo speaker setup, some beefy Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 action, and some Pantone certified camera tech. It's certainly a meaty mobile, but can the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra compete with the likes of the Pixel 8s and the Samsung Galaxy S24s? Well, let's whip it on out of the box, take you on a full tour test at the gaming shops, all that good stuff. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So what do you get bunged in that box besides the Moto Edge 50 Ultra? Well, you got yourself a proper chunkster of a Motorola power adapter supporting 125 watt wired charging. And you've also got a USB cable and a decidedly stiff condom case to wrap around your Moto Edge 50 Ultra and keep it safe from harm. Gotta say though, it doesn't really do much for the aesthetics overall. And as usual, Motorola has imbued the box with a perfumey aroma. So everything inside it, including the phone itself, kind of smells like a bowl of potpourri. For any younger viewers out there, potpourri was basically bits of bark and fluff and the husky remains of out-of-date twiglets that people would gather in a bag and spray with eau de toilette and then sell to old folk for a £5 a go. It kind of looked like something a dog would throw up and it didn't really smell much better. And that right there is all the good stuff. Now you've got a choice of two very different designs with the Moto Edge 50 Ultra here in the UK. You've got a rather funky and unique wood finish, which certainly stands out from the crowd. Otherwise, there's also a choice of two different colour options with a fake leathery finish instead, if you prefer something softer against your palm. No judgment here. One of the colours is the Pantone approved Peach Fuzz, which again, probably get you quite a few glances when you whip it out down the local boozer. Otherwise, you've got this here Forest Grey effort, which is kind of like a very, very, very dark grey. It's not quite black, but it's getting there. It's a forest at dusk, maybe. I'd probably rather have a brighter, bolder colour, although I'm not quite sure Peach Fuzz is for me either, but I do like that soft touch leathery style finish. I'm certainly a fan of the camera bump as well, with just a gentle slope up from the back end of the phone. Doesn't jut out too much at all. The Motorola Edge 50 Ultra is a 6.67 incher like pretty much every other smartphone in 2024. So certainly quite the hand filler, although thankfully those bezels surrounding the display are minimal at best. And at the left and right, that screen actually slopes ever so slightly around the edge. So you've got an incredibly skinny aluminium frame. The actual phone itself certainly isn't a chunkster. And you've got Gorilla Glass Victus protecting that display. Sadly not the latest, freshest Gorilla Glass Victus 2. The original Victus impressively shatter resistant, but it does tend to scratch up a little bit too easily. Something that's what I've found with other Victus phones. And Motorola hasn't slapped any kind of screen protector on there either, so I'd recommend doing so just in case. All this blow-it is not cheap. You do at least have full IP68 water and dust resistance, so if you happen to fumble it, drop it in the bogs or whatever, it'll be alright. Just scrape it off, give it a good toweling down, job done. Right, so the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra all set up, good to go, and as usual, it's a stock Android vibe with all of those tasty Motorola trimmings. Your first port of call should be the Moto app. This is essentially a hub for all of the main features and customization options. So for instance, you can set up those desktops just the way you like them with your own wallpapers. You can choose from a variety of different themes. Or if you think they're all a bit cack, set up your own theme, changing up the fonts, the colours. You can even personalise the fingerprint animation. They've only got a small selection of options there. You can also fully customise the lock screen, choosing the clock face, the notifications style, and these wee shortcuts down here. And while there doesn't appear to be an always on display option, you do at least have Edge notifications, just to make it a bit more obvious when you receive a notification or somebody's actually trying to ring you, if that happens ever. And then my favourite, the gesture support, including fast torch and quick capture. Oh, bastard. Not too good if you've got the old carpal tunnel syndrome, or wanker's cramp as my dad used to call it. And all the usual other Moto bits as well, including family space and a good bit of Moto secure action. As usual, Motorola not quite as good as some rivals like Samsung and Google when it comes to the software support, but you are guaranteed 3 OS updates and I believe it's 4 years of security patching here on the Moto Edge 50 Ultra. Now, Motorola rarely disappoints when it comes to the display tech on its smartphones, and certainly the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra's 6.67-inch OLED screen is no exception at all. It's a Super HD 1220p panel, so pretty crisp visuals, if not quite up there with some of its Quad HD rivals. And certainly my clapped out eyeballs wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway. You've got 10-bit color and HDR10 Plus support. So far, Netflix showing HDR capabilities as none, but hopefully that'll change soon. I'm certainly not grumbling about what I saw when I did kick back with a bit of Netflix earlier. Got bright, reasonably vibrant colors. You can actually boost the vibrancy of those hues if you dive on into the display settings. And the brightness apparently maxes out at 2500 nits. I'll certainly be testing that outdoors quite a lot over the coming week for my full review. And the refresh rate maxes out at 144 Hz. You can manually switch it from 60 to 120 or boost it all the way up to 144. Although there aren't too many apps that actually support 144 Hz right now. Handful of games, that's basically it. And then the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra sports a stereo speaker setup as you'd expect from a flagship device. Got one speaker mounted up here on the very top edge and the other on the bottom. Let's chuck up that volume and check it out. Clinton McCool says, have you made any progress in dealing with your sexual repression? Yeah, that's all going really well, thanks. I usually just beat myself with a knotted rope and take a bath in cold custard until all those naughty thoughts just go away. So decent output there, absolutely, from the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra. Maxes out at a pretty loud volume and thankfully not tinny, no distortion, pretty bassy still. And good news if you like to carry around a pretty hefty media collection, because Motorola has rather generously stuffed a terabyte of storage on the Edge 50 Ultra. That's right, you don't have to bung them a couple hundred extra quid for storage that won't fill up after about a week, unlike some other manufacturers I could mention. Now, one area where the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra doesn't impress quite as much as a lot of its flagship rivals is the performance, although it certainly doesn't disappoint. You've got the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 stuffed in here rather than the regular flagship 8 Gen 3. And while you might think the 8S Gen 3 would be a step up from the 8 Gen 3, it's actually slightly pared back. CPU isn't quite as beefy. You've got the Adreno 735 GPU rather than the 750. But of course, the everyday running's still absolutely fine, nippy as anything. And earlier on, I spent a good hour or so on Genshin Impact, just wandering at the planes and smashing things in the face if I didn't like the look of them. It's basically like looting, but with cosplay. And the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra handled it absolutely perfectly, even on the highest graphics setting at 60 frames per second. I didn't notice a single frame rate judder the entire time, even when I had several things attacking me all at once, trying to basically turn my head into mashed potato. And the phone did start to get a wee bit toasty up towards the top end, but again, didn't see any throttling or so after an hour or so of Genshin. But again, stay tuned for my in-depth review for more on the performance. This thing still smells perfumey. That's definitely going to get a few comments when I go down the local spoons. As for the battery, well, Motorola has crammed a 4,500 mAh capacity cell into this skinny frame. I've only been using this phone for around 24 hours. So far, the battery drain seems pretty positive, but my SIM is slapped in there. I'll be using it as my full-time phone for the next week, so stay tuned again for that Edge 50 Ultra review. And don't worry if you really lean on this thing or you forget to charge it, you get to the evening, you've pretty much run out of juice because you've got 125 watt wired charging support here. So using that bundled adapter, you'll be able to get a full charge out of a nearly drained battery in well under half an hour. And you've even got 50 watt wireless charging support as well. So if you've got a compatible wireless charging pad, well, good news, you'll be able to power this thing up faster than you can a Samsung flagship or a Google flagship, even if you bung a cable in them. And then last up for this Motorola Edge 50 Ultra unboxing and tour, let's check out the camera tech. And it's a triple lens setup with a 50 meg main shooter, 50 meg ultra wide angle snapper, and a 64 meg telephoto lens with 3x optical zoom. You can quickly and easily skip between these lenses with a quick tap down here, ultra wide, standard, and then that telephoto zoom. And as always, quite the selection of bonus modes, including the obligatory portrait shenanigans, as you can see you can actually use the zoom lens for. You've also got a dedicated pro mode where you can not only fiddle around with the likes of the white balance, the ISO levels, etc., but you can also shoot in RAW format. And a variety of other bits, including a proper night mode. You've got an ultra-res 50 megapixel mode, usual photo booth shenanigans, and got a bit of spot color for those more artistic pics. And naturally, I'll be fully assessing the camera abilities for my in-depth review, but if you're up too impatient for that, well, here's a handful of sample shots I've snapped over the past couple of days, just to whet your appetite. If it's a bit of video action you fancy, where you can shoot up to 4K resolution footage, and that's at either 30 or 60 frames per second. As you can see, zoom range is limited at 4K 60 FPS, but you can still zoom in if required. And if we flip around to the front, you've got a 50 megapixel selfie shooter, certainly pretty high resolution compared with a lot of rivals. Personally, as I'm starting to really look my age, I'm not sure that's really a good thing. And again, here's a couple of snaps that I just shot on my mug these past couple of days, just in case anyone actually wants to look at that. And the Moto Edge 50 Ultra can also shoot 4K Ultra HD resolution video using that front-facing 50 meg cam. And early impressions are solid. The mics do a great job of picking up your voice. You don't have to be shouting if you are doing a bit of zoom in with the fam or whatever. Keeps you looking reasonably crisp and everything too. And there you have it, my lovelies. That, in a tasty wee nutshell, is the fresh new Motorola Edge 50 Ultra. As I say, full review incoming. Not sure if I mentioned that enough already. So stay tuned for my final verdict on the performance, the battery life, the camera tech, all that good stuff. Here's hoping it won't be a letdown like the Moto Edge 50 Pro, but certainly early impressions are strong, the specs are solid enough, even if it cuts a couple of corners like with the 8S Gen 3. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you!